This is Jackie, and I'm here with girlfriends. Day one of So What Fest. How are we doing? Little vibe check, mental health check. We doing all right?
We're excellent. We're a little sweaty, but we're ready to kick things off.
We're hot. We're geared up. We're ready to roll.
By hot, he means sexy.
Oh, of course.
Yeah,
of
not
course.
temperature-wise.
You got to keep it sexy.
Just good looks.
Yes, of course. If you were each other's girlfriend, who would be the better girlfriend?
I think I would.
I think
Why
I
is
would.
that? Yeah, I like that.
I'm more caring. He's a double Cancer, though, so he's got a soft side, but I'm a Cancer. I am a true Cancer. So I'm emotional, I'm caring, I'm loving.
I think I'm a little more selfless. Not just, I aim to please.
Yeah, he's right. I'm a selfish bastard.
He would wake up with love songs written about him.
He's not wrong.
I would wake up to drum fills.
See, I'm a Cancer as well. I might have to make
Are
the
you?
final decision by the end of this interview, so we'll see. Whose birthday sooner?
Like coming up wise, I'm July 19th.
I'm April 12th.
7-Eleven.
Yeah.
I'm ready. I'm ready to get a
Happy
little bit
early
older.
birthday.
Thank you. Your recent EP, Over My Dead Body, came out last month. How is it an evolution since your Emotion Sickness LP?
I think just working with a new producer, someone like Andrew Goldstein, we kind of changed things up, and the entire dynamic in the studio was just a lot quicker. Every song on the EP was a lot more intentional, and
Yeah, it was pretty easy. It's always just me and Travis and whoever's kind of like in the seat producing. Yeah, we find our process is best when it's kind of just less people. Travis can focus on writing amazing stuff. I can focus on building out the tracks with a guy like Andrew. So it was a lot of fun.
Nice. How is your latest single, Plastic, indicative of your band's vibe right now?
I think it was the most fun we've had writing a song because it started as a complete joke. I was singing it with a country accent. We couldn't write anything all day, and then I just started kind of messing around, and 45 minutes later we had that song, and I think it's one of our favorites.
I also love the video. I've written it down, the Barbie one for Ex-Girlfriend.
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
for Life's of Britney.
Yes, Lives of Britney. Are you riding that pink Barbie wave this summer?
Dude, we created the pink Barbie wave.
Okay.
We were coming up with this stuff before the Barbie movie had been announced, believe it or not. And then when it was announced, we were like, okay, maybe we start to tap into like one or two things that they're doing, but we started the whole trend.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy the way everything lined up.
Nostradamus of the music scene. So what inspired your songwriting on this EP?
I think just obviously past relationships, previous life experience, and not taking ourselves too seriously. I think that's the beauty of working with someone like Andrew, is kind of getting me out of my own head, kind of pushing back on the rules of being a songwriter, and it really opened us up. Nick got to rip some sweet guitar solos.
It's always fun coming up with guitar solos and melodies on the instruments so this man can write around them.
And because it's autobiographical, do you find it more cathartic to write the songs or perform the songs?
It's a good question. I mean, I think it's very rewarding to see people connect to what you've spent hours, days, weeks, and months writing. But it's something that I'm going to do either way, right? Like that's just my natural kind of output and how I think I cope with a lot of things. But yeah, I mean, when you see people kind of create a community around your experiences and relate themselves to it, that's why we do this.
I was doing a deep dive into the archives to look up some stuff, and I discovered a few weeks ago the video Shower all over again. Who came up with the treatment for that?
I directed the video.
Excellent.
Yeah,
Thank
and
you.
now you've seen us naked.
And someone's grandma or mom or...
Correct. She was a legend, by the way. She was an absolute...
I'm not surprised by that at all.
She was amazing. But yeah, I mean, and that was a cool thing because we put it out there. We're like, to our fans, and we're like, who is down to come and like be a part of this video and take a shower singing the songs, and we got flooded with people who were down. And
It was one of the most fun music videos I think I've ever made in my life.
very tricky to shoot because you're mounting cameras and stuff like on actual showers and bathrooms, but super funny and super rewarding at the end of the day.
What role do music videos have in 2023 when MTV is no longer with us?
That's a good question. That's something that we talk about a lot.
I think less and less, to be honest. But I think it's also important to do in the beginning of any phase of a band to kind of match the visual identity to music in a way that also expresses the art from a different perspective than just the lyrics and the songs themselves. So I think it's important in the beginning, and as you kind of grow, I think probably less and less now. say short form stuff is obviously at the forefront.
We need longer attention spans.
Yeah, good luck with that. I was going to say, is there either a push or a focus for like TikTok and finding something viral? Because I kind of figure like Shower could easily do that. I feel like there's tons of other songs that you have that if you did something shorter form, you could.
That has never been a focus for Nick and I. I mean, maybe to our detriment at times. But I think number one for us is always the music and writing great songs. And I think, like when something goes viral on TikTok, people see it for a few days and then it goes away. It's not how you build a fan base or like a community like I was talking about. So for us, it's all about the connection to the people who are actively listening to our music and coming to the shows and, means something. And yeah, I think we would rather take the slow and meaningful approach rather than just rolling the dice and hoping that something blows up.
Yeah, I kind of wonder about the longevity of those artists. There's certainly like one or two, but and I've also interviewed last week at Bonnaroo bands that have one song go viral on TikTok, and that's what everyone wants to hear.
No one cares.
Yeah, it's like, what are you going to do for the rest of the 35 minutes you're
Correct.
there? I've also watched some of your tour vlogs. What is the most important part of your pre-show ritual? Like if you're running late, you just arrive, you make sure you do before you go on.
I think it's always, for me, getting on a drum pad, but I think the most meaningful thing for us is always doing our gratitude circle. So we always go around and say one thing we're grateful for every day. So it just kind of brings us to a higher energy and a higher place before we jump on stage and get into that appreciative gratitude mindset, I think is things that a lot of bands probably don't do before they play or think about. So we're always thinking about how to get ourselves into a good, happy place before we go on.
I like that. So does social media feel organic, like things you want to share, or do you're like, all right, I gotta record this, I gotta post this, I gotta
We
share
have
this.
no strategy. We
That
just
might be the
post.
best strategy of all, right?
We have cool photos and cool videos, and when we get them, we post them.
I like that. No strategy.
Straight from the
best
hip.
strategy.
We're just firing it straight from the hip.
You recently wrapped a world tour in support of Avril Lavigne, a headlining East Coast tour, and now you're on the Creative Control tour supporting the Used and Pierce the Veil. That must be agony for you guys, right?
Yeah, the worst.
What do you love most about headlining, and what do you love most about supporting?
I think for headlining, it's everybody is there. Obviously, for us, we can play a lot longer. We can interact a lot more, and you get to talk to the people who your music has an impact on. With these support runs, it's been awesome because it's opening the door to a world of new fans. It's being able to use that platform to get our music and message across, and it's really dope when you meet people when you're opening and you see them come back as a headliner. Super rewarding, and plus, I mean, we're touring with legendary bands, so we get to learn a few things every night.
Yeah. It looks like you've had such a terrible time from those tour vlogs.
Sucks. Get us out of here.
One girl, I think she was in England, had her your face tattooed on
Yeah.
her. That's damn devotion, man.
Nuts.
What's the most recent tattoo you've both gotten?
I got a banana on my leg on the Avril Lavigne tour.
Nice.
It's like our tour kind of prank.
I think the most recent one for me was my leg one. Like I got a hockey accident where I cut my leg open with my hockey skate and like almost killed myself right here. So I got like a skull with hockey sticks and it says the future belongs to the Misfits.
I love them both. How do you go about choosing your set list for today versus the tour you're currently on?
We put all the songs in a hat and we start pulling them out one by one. And
No strategy.
They work, yeah.
I think that's an ever-evolving thing. Like, this set list is obviously different than what we played on Avril. It's different than our headliner. And just trying to put together, the strongest 30 minutes that we possibly can. Songs that we know fans who are here for us want to hear. And also songs that maybe people who don't know who the hell we are can follow along and learn as we play.
Excellent. What's up next for you guys?
We're finishing up this Used and Pierce the Veil tour. We're going to get home and start writing more music.
Yeah, I think it's about album 3 for us in 2024. We're excited to push the direction of the band and see where it leads us. So the back half of the year is in the studio. We got a special collaboration potentially coming out at the end of the year. So yeah, lots of cool things.
We have a really cool new partnership too that we'll be talking about in a few weeks to a month or two. And we're just assembling the Emo Avengers slowly but surely.
Emo Avengers.
Yeah.
Oh, I have I'm ready.
Yeah.
We're ready. Excellent. Well, stay tuned for much more from Girlfriends. This is
Thank you
Jackie.
so